Hey, what's up guys, 𝐻𝐿𝐤𝐤 here, and welcome to Skill into Glory, episode 2. Yes guys, we are finally back again with this series. In case you missed the first episode, check out the link in the description down below. There will be a playlist alongside a playlist for the skills tutorial series, as well as for Skill into Glory, so make sure to check it out. And don't forget, I'm running a giveaway of FIFA 22. If you want to have a chance of winning a copy, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below your Instagram or your Twitter handle, and you can get a chance on winning a copy like this. Let me know as well which console you obviously wanted for, PlayStation or Xbox or even PC, if that's what you play on. So in today's episode, we are going to be building our very first starting team. Now, usually with starter teams in Ultimate Team at the start of the year, there are like kind of requirements, I guess you can put to a starter team. Like sometimes people say a 100k team is considered a starter team, and some people say like between the 10 and 20k mark, which I usually think is a starter team. But yeah, since it's a little bit different this year, since we obviously have the 4,800 FIFA points, which are included with the Ultimate Edition, which is the one I am using as my sort of Road to Glory FIFA version, we obviously get a bit of a head start than usually in comparison to the previous years. So yeah, in terms of starter team, these are like the main players that I was focusing on actually putting in my starter team. And I'm not gonna lie, we have actually some very decent looking players and some meta players as well, in the likes of Martial, Koundé. Not too sure if you can call Foden meta, but definitely good looking players. And of course 4-star skills on the attackers as well. Of 1 5-star skiller in Felix. You know, this series is all about the skill moves, so yeah, we're going to be trying out various players, but these are the players for now anyway that I was focusing on. So yeah, I was kind of like making a team of all the players that we packed in the previous episode. As always, in case you haven't seen it yet, like I said, check out the playlist. Yeah, we opened basically all the FIFA points, and we got some decent players out of them. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a full team just yet, so I was thinking of gathering some coins first, maybe doing some SBCs, trying to complete some objectives. And you can see by just putting players in the team, we already gathered some coins. We got 150 coins there from just messing around with players in the positions basically, and also linking players with the same nationality. So make sure to do all that basic stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with it, but I can't stress it enough, because sometimes people just easily forget about like the really easy objectives that you can do in FUT. Same with the SBC. So make sure to do them to yeah, basically get the best start as possible in Ultimate Team. Now, just like in the previous episode, I had a little bit of an issue with SBCs where it kept kicking me out for some reason. Someone in the comments actually mentioned that if this happens, you just need to wait a couple of seconds before actually trying to submit the team. So I'll keep that as a reminder for next time. But yeah, at the time I didn't know what to do really, so I couldn't really complete any SBCs, which was a bit frustrating. So at the time I had gathered 4,000 coins, mostly by just playing games, because we of course have the coin boosts on lock as well. And yeah, that also really happened. So I was looking at the center back to make it basically make the defense complete. And at the time, there weren't really many players on the market due to me playing the game really early. Again, this was like the early release. And yeah, I managed to pick up a Lenglet from FC Barcelona, which was 2,000 coins. Maybe overpaid a little bit, but yeah, considering I had the coin boost, you know, I can play one game and basically get the 2,000 coins back already, which wasn't a big deal. And he doesn't look too bad either. Remember, I think in FIFA 20, he used to be like one of my go-to center backs, and yeah, links nicely with Koundé, so decided to use him in this squad. Then I was kind of like messing around with some of the players in positions, and I was looking as well at like some of the players that I had in my club. I needed a French midfielder. 𝐻𝐤𝐤 was like the perfect kind of player to link up the midfield, the attack, and also the defense, so he would slot into that center mid spot. Right back Serginho Dest, and then yeah, right center mid was still open, and so was the left back. And the right center mid, I did have a player in mind, which was 𝐶𝐤𝐤𝐤, who now actually has a wants to watch. So we will be trying to complete that as well in the upcoming episodes. But yeah, this was obviously recorded really early when the game wasn't officially out. So I picked this version up for 1,000 coins, which was very cheap at the time. Because I think at the time he went for like 3k minimum. So yeah, I was lucky with that. And then only one spot was basically left, which was the left back. And I didn't have enough coins to like buy a really good one. So I was kind of like scouting in which leagues I kind of should look at left backs. First, I went with Premier League because, yeah, we have Foden as our left midfielder. And then we have Koundé as the left center mid or left center back. So I was looking at Premier League and also La Liga, and there weren't really that many good options which would give the left back full chemistry. I could maybe go with Digne, but he's not the quickest, so I really wanted, you know, a fast kind of left back as well. So then I decided to actually switch some stuff around and actually play Foden striker, and then have a French center mid instead of an English center mid in Foden. So I could basically go with any French left back. And there are quite a few decent French left backs in the game, including 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤, who, as you can see from my coin total, was a little bit more expensive than what I actually had in my club in terms of coins. There were two on the market, one for 8,000, one for 4,000, which I put on my transfer target list. And yeah, I just needed to kind of find a way of gathering coins quickly. I couldn't play any games just yet with this team. Mostly because the team wasn't ready for division rivals. I obviously could also play some squad battles, but I just wanted to play some rivals early on, because I think I only had like less than 12 hours to play as many rivals games as possible for rewards. So we completed a few more objectives by, again, just linking players in my club, basically. It's that easy, really. And we got a few more players in the club, which can be useful for SBCs. Then I once again decided to give it a go. This time a different squad, the same SBC though, and it worked out, funny enough. So yeah, we finally, after like trying so many times, completed one of the squads. Then I thought the issue would be solved, and decided to go back to the first team again. But again, I got the error, which was yeah, which was really annoying. So I didn't really know what to do. I, of course, opened a lot of packs in the first episode, so I decided, you know what? I need coins. I am not really ready to play any rival games yet. I'm just going to discard some gold players, which I know don't really sell. So I decided to just basically sell some players, as I said, which don't really sell and would give me some easy coins, basically, so I could afford 𝐋𝐤𝐤𝐤. So I decided to do that up until I got 4,000 coins. And yeah, after that, I decided to once again take a look at all the options which were available. We also had, I think, Lucas Hernandez there from Bayern Munich, who would be a decent center back, but I was looking for a left back. And I eventually decided to purchase the 𝐋𝐤𝐤𝐤 for 4,000 coins, which isn't that expensive for a left back like him. So this was the full squad. The only thing left to do now was change a couple of positions. Including Martial, who was obviously as a default a striker. So I decided to convert him to a cam, which luckily enough I had all the position modifiers for, which was amazing. And the same for Foden. I just packed the right position modifiers, really. And yeah, I made him a striker, so he would be on full chemistry as well. And that is basically the team all sorted, all done. After that, I decided to mess around with the in-game instructions, and usually I would put everything on balanced, but since constant pressure was so OP last year, I just wanted to see how it actually would work out this year as well. Apart from that, everything is on default settings in regards to the tactics. The instructions are pretty straightforward. I have get in behind on my striker. The wingers are cut inside. The cam is stay forward. The two center mids stay back while attacking. And the same goes for the fullbacks. And the formation that, of course, I am playing always at the start of each FIFA year is 4-3-3 attack, the fourth variation. And then I also applied a couple cam styles. We got two shadows on the two center backs. I think Sentinel on Dest. I think Guardian on 𝐋𝐤𝐤𝐤. Hunter on Foden. Finisher on Grealish and Bale. And Powerhouse on 𝐶𝐤𝐤𝐫𝐢𝐤. And yeah, those are all the cam styles that I basically had in my club. Luckily, didn't have to buy anyone, like any cam style really for anyone. So yeah, that was good. And that meant that the team was complete, and we were ready to play our very first match in Division Rivals and get those rewards sorted as well. First thing I did though was to fix some of the kits, the kit numbers, which I am really kind of OCD with. I just can't stand having like for example, the Cristiano Ronaldo with number 8 has to be number 7. So I fixed that as well. And meanwhile, we also completed some more foundation objectives, and we managed to open a gold players pack, which is basically the same pack that you would get as a reward pack usually. So then we move on into Division Rivals. Now, as you do know, Division Rivals is completely overhauled this year in terms of getting rewards. You can see that it says in the middle 0 out of 3 wins. We basically need to win 3 games in order to get our first set of rewards. And yeah, Division Rivals this year, as I said, is a bit difficult to understand really this year maybe. It's also really easy because I think the easiest way to just learn how Division Rival works is just by playing. That's how I kind of thought it. I thought it myself. Yeah, that's basically how I kind of understood how it all worked out in Division Rivals. But yeah, our first opponent we came up against, I think, had a bit of a hybrid going with Doniel Malen and also Boadu up front. A few Dutchies in the team. And we scored a beauty of a goal already. My opponent got himself a goal as well with Ryan Gravenberg. Yeah, very early goals that we had in this game. And yeah, you do know from FIFA 22, you've probably seen it all on social media and probably experienced it yourself as well, is that scoring from close distance is very difficult this year because the goalkeepers just seem to save every like close shot. This wasn't too close, the target. It was a nice finish as well from Grealish, who I find very silky on the ball, by the way. I know he has a wants to watch, which is out at the moment. But yeah, if you manage to get him from your pre-order pack, or from your pre-order packs, from your guaranteed wants to watch pack, then definitely give him a try. Nice little skill there as well from Martial. One of the new skill moves, the 4-touch spin, I think it's called. There will be a tutorial up on the channel very soon about that skill. Eventually, we were 3-1 up. We score a beauty of a goal here with Anthony Martial once again. Who was actually on fire this episode. Beautiful chip. And we made our opponent rage quit. The first game in Rivals. We got a rage quit already as well. And we also reached... no, actually, we did reach the first checkpoint, which is also something new. I was going to say we reached like rank 1. But it's actually not rank 1. It's like in the middle of rank 2 and rank 1 that we are currently at. It's a bit, again, like talking about Division Rivals, it's just a bit difficult, I think, because I kind of understand it, but it's still difficult for me to explain it to you guys. But like I said, if you like fully want to know how everything works with Division Rivals, either look it up on YouTube, because I bet there are some people who have already made like good explanation videos. But my advice is just to play Division Rivals, and yeah, you'll eventually understand it. Anyway, next game we go. We came up against a pretty tough Premier League team, but I think Gabriel Jesus. And again, we managed to get ourselves a goal with Martial from a corner, which it seems this year corners are easier to score than last year. I'm not too sure what it is, but I think it is something to do with the jumping of players. It just seems easier this year. Yeah, we scored a nice goal. And my opponent, again, he was, I wouldn't say a sweaty player, but he was just a good player, you know. Converted some of the chances really nicely. Already scored a beauty of a chip, and then almost another one there, which we cleared off the line. In the 60th minute, he scored a crazy goal there with Saint-Maximin after a crazy cross as well. Puts it up 4-2 to him. Then we got a goal here with João Felix as well after a nice McGeady spin to put it to 4-3, and that's unfortunately how that game ended. Lost our first match as well, which was more than deserved. Was a very good opponent, and you can see our first match loss as well. So next game we go. The main target, of course, for this episode was to basically get the first 3 wins secured, basically, so we at least would get some rewards for Thursday, which was basically for me at the time tomorrow. So we started off this game really well. Nice little goal there after some good skills from Foden, Martial there. And again, some great stuff there from Foden, and on his weak foot he smashes it in. And a tip for you guys maybe is that if you're like really close towards the goal, I would recommend, if you're trying to like score, obviously, then hold the shoot button a little bit longer than you would usually on FIFA 21. That's what has helped me so far. It obviously will kind of put a risk onto it as well, because you could easily hit the crossbar. But yeah, if you really want to like shoot with a lot of power, just hold the shoot button a little bit longer. Then we score a beauty of a goal here with Martial. Once again, making use of the new directional nutmeg. Seen quite a few of you already asking me how to pull off that skill move. There is a tutorial up on the channel make sure to check it out. In my eyes, it's probably one of the best new skill moves, including with the four touch spin. So definitely something you need to master, if I say so myself, if you like to use skill moves, because skill moves, of course, this year are a bit difficult in comparison to last year. But yeah, that doesn't stop me from, of course, skilling. We also pulled off another new skill move there, which is, I think, called the scoop turn fake. It's a bit difficult to master. I'm still trying to find the right clips for you guys to make a tutorial as well, so look out for that as well. And we ended up winning that game. So we're only 1 win away of reaching the 3 wins, and we came up against a ridiculous team already. And this was actually a fellow YouTuber as well, 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤𝐞, you probably know him, also streams on Twitch, I believe. And yeah, we came up against him, and I actually didn't even realize it until I think like the second half or something. And yeah, was a tough team, but again, in this game, we ended up taking the lead once again from a corner. This time, Gareth Bale there, who didn't even jump. Despite that, still ended up, yeah, heading it into the back of the net. So nice finish there. Then minutes later, we have Grealish there on the ball. Again, I was just messing around with the new directional nutmeg. And then out of nowhere, he scores a banger of a goal with his weaker foot. I actually held the R1 button and just went for a finesse and trying to shoot it with his right foot. But for whatever reason, he took it with his left, which is something I have noticed in FIFA 22. Not too sure why, but sometimes attackers just seem to take shots with their weaker foot instead of their like actual right foot. Again, another example there with Grealish, where he could have easily finessed it with his right foot in, but ended up going with his weaker foot. It's just something that kind of annoys me this year. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys experienced it as well. And then the good old 45th minute, we ended up conceding a goal, unfortunately. And then after that, I kind of wanted to go on the attack, which was a bit stupid because, yeah, especially in the 45th minute, you know, you always get screwed over. And that happened again. We conceded twice in the 45th minute. And we went from a 3-0 lead before halftime to a 3-2 lead after halftime. So that was a little bit annoying. 62nd minute though, beautiful goal there with Martial, once again making good use of the new directional nutmeg. L1, R1, flicking the right stick to the left or to the right does work wonders in this game, making it 4-2. And then a beauty of a finish as well there with Jack Grealish. Again, I'm a big fan of him in this year's game, very silky on the ball. He's like one of those players whose dribbling definitely makes up for the pace. And I feel that this year anyway, if you have a player with high dribbling, he doesn't really need to be as fast, like being really fast is a bonus. But the dribbling can definitely make up for like the lower kind of pace attributes. Then towards the end of the game, we ended up conceding once again 2 more goals. And you can probably see it from the bottom left and the bottom right that my players are completely dead in terms of stamina. And that's because I was playing with constant pressure, which is something I'm definitely going to be changing in the upcoming episodes. But yeah, it's something I really noticed. So maybe if you guys are like messing around with the tactics and you're a bit of unsure as well what you need to play on, I would just recommend changing everything to balanced and then eventually figure out what works and what doesn't. Because I know for certain right now anyway that, for example, constant pressure is something I will be turning off because it completely drains your players. But yeah, we ended up winning the first 3 games, meaning we got rewards secured, which is something I think I will be showing you guys in the next episode or the one after, so look out for that as well. But anyway, that is where we are going to be ending off the second episode of Skill into Glory. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you, of course, did, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell as well for more videos. And make sure to let me know in the comments down below if you want to win a copy of FIFA 22, basically your console of choice. And also your Instagram or Twitter handle, so I can get in direct contact with you. And of course, the winner will get announced in one of the upcoming episodes. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. As I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. That is pretty much the end. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.